In 2011, Cook County became the first governing body to introduce an ICE ordinance, which prohibits the Immigration Customs Enforcement Agency from snatching up undocumented detainees from the county jail. On the day after the ordinance passes, the phone rings. Good morning, Commissioner's office. Good morning. Are you that piece of shit that lets illegals run loose in my country? Her voice was high-pitched with a pinch of nasality. Her bottled-up hate was aimed at me. Excuse me? You spicks, you wetbacks, you need to go back. And with that, she hung up the phone. I cautiously did the same, my arms still shaking from the boiling blood like bubbling water hot on the stove. My palms, though sweating, were cold. Illegal? Now, I've been called many names, but something about the word illegal, as if existing were against the law. And I'm Puerto Rican. We're supposed to be citizens.
Yeah.
The phone rings again. What's the deal with all you aliens? The raspy voice said. His words were thick and hard for my ears to digest. The only thing you spicks are good for is gangs. And before I could respond, he was gone. Gangs, huh? Well, I've been to Puerto Rico and ain't no Latin kings, and MS-13 didn't start in El Salvador, and GDs and vice lords weren't born in Africa. That shit proudly stamped made in America, the result of failure of American dreams, etc. The phone rings. I pause this time. The ringing reminded me of ticks from a clock on a bomb. The voice on the other end was calm, like still trees before the hurricane. Why don't you just go back? Nobody wants you here. Just go back. There was no sound when he hung up the phone, just a ringing silence. Go back? Go back where? I was born here. Should I have the same attitude toward those that occupy the neighborhoods I once knew? Reverse of the white flight. Property value drops while rent rise. Welcome to a brand new gentrified Humble Heights. Neighborhoods we established now turn to our districts, and everybody loves the way that it's just so ethnic. Sons and daughters of Republicans moving in while their families vote for those that tell us to go back. Go back to what? To the countries owned by the United Fruit Company? Or to the murderous dictators backed by US policies and then blame their families for escaping those atrocities? Do not neglect history that since the beginning, humans have always migrated, whether by choice or by force. And I will not neglect history too, and know that the immigrant has always been hated, from the African to the Irish to the Asian. The phone rings again. The phone is always ringing.